Welcome to Italy is home to not only the magnificent Rome, romantic Venice, or artistic Florence, but also countless beautiful places that are not known to many people. From hilltop villages, ancient cities, to majestic natural landscapes, each place has its own unique beauty, linked to the history, culture, and people of Italy. Discover these enchanting destinations where every street, every ruin, and every lake tells a story. Fun facts: Italy owns 59 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the most in the world, from ancient cities like Rome, Florence, to natural wonders like the Dolomites or Cinque Terre. Not only famous for pizza and pasta, Italy also has more than 2,000 types of cheese and the most diverse cuisine. Venice is poetic with more than 400 bridges, while Rome contains the Vatican, the smallest country in the world. Pompeii, the city buried by a volcano in 79 AD, is now a time machine that takes us back to the ancient Roman world. In In addition, Italy also has 450 islands, from Sicily, Sardinia to hidden gems like the Aeolian Islands, making this place a paradise for travel enthusiasts. Savoca Village. Nestled in the hills of Sicily's Messina province, Savoca is a charming medieval village that captured cinematic fame as one of the filming locations for The Godfather. Wandering through its narrow, winding streets feels like stepping back in time. You might even visit Bar Vitelli, a small cafe that played a memorable role in the film, where you can sip on a refreshing granita and soak in a panorama of distant hills and the shimmering Ionian Sea. But Savoca's appeal goes well beyond its big screen recognition. The village is defined by its quiet ambiance, ancient monasteries, and unspoiled vistas. Among the top attractions is the Church of San Nicolo, commonly called the Church of Santa Lucia, perched on a rocky outcrop. A visit here is more than sightseeing. It's an invitation to connect with Sicily's deeper layers of history and tradition. As you meander through Savoca, you'll inevitably encounter genuine Sicilian hospitality that makes every visitor feel like a cherished guest. Val d'Orcia. Val d'Orcia, located in the heart of Tuscany, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a living postcard of rolling hills, cypress-lined roads, and sun-tinned fields. This picturesque stretch of countryside exudes a poetic beauty that has inspired generations of artists, photographers, and travelers searching for the quintessential Tuscan landscape. Picture golden wheat fields in summer, vibrant green slopes in spring, and a cozy, foggy atmosphere come autumn and winter. Beyond its dreamy scenery, Val d'Orcia is dotted with picturesque medieval towns such as Pienza and Montalcino, each brimming with architectural wonders, artisanal shops, and farm-to-dining day. Pienza is famed for its pecorino cheese, while Montalcino is the birthplace of the world-renowned Brunello di Montalcino wine. Whether you're a passionate foodie or simply an admirer of Tuscany's iconic pastoral views, a drive along the winding roads of Val d'Orcia is an unforgettable experience that encapsulates the region's timeless charm. Matera. Located in the Basilicata region of southern Italy, Matera is internationally known for its sassi, ancient cave dwellings that were once home to residents who lived in rock-carved abodes for centuries. Stepping into the Sassi di Matera can feel like entering another era. The stone structures, carved into the hillsides, served as dwellings, churches, and artisan workshops, forming a labyrinth of streets and stairways that often double back on themselves. Many of these cave homes have been renovated into museums, boutique hotels, and restaurants, allowing modern travelers to experience both the intriguing past and the stylish present. Notable sites include the Rupestrian churches with their medieval frescoes, which testify to Matera's religious and cultural heritage. In the evening, the entire area is lit by warm lights that reflect off the honey-colored stone, creating a magical atmosphere. Matera's transformation from an impoverished area to a UNESCO World Heritage Site is a testament to Italy's ability to preserve and revive its historic treasures. The Dolomites. A mountain range located in northeastern Italy, the Dolomites offer a playground for outdoor enthusiasts and nature lovers alike. Jagged peaks, dramatic cliffs, and wide valleys create a landscape that is at once formidable and tranquil. During winter, the Dolomites draw skiers and snowboarders to resorts like Cortina d'Ampezzo, often called the Queen of the Dolomites, for pristine slopes and chic après-ski culture. In the warmer months, hikers and climbers explore well-marked trails that wind through wildflower meadows and past turquoise alpine lakes. But there's more to the Dolomites than just breathtaking scenery. You'll find cozy alpine huts, known as rifugi, where hearty meals like polenta and local cheeses provide comforting sustenance. Throughout the region, the blend of Italian and Austrian influences is apparent in the architecture, cuisine, and even the language, making each village a cultural crossroads of Central Europe and the Mediterranean. Whether you seek adrenaline or relaxation, the Dolomites promise an unforgettable high-altitude adventure. The Ancient Ruins of Pompeii. Visiting Pompeii is like opening a time capsule sealed in 79 AD, when Mount Vesuvius erupted and buried the Roman city in ash and pumice. Thanks to centuries of gradual excavation, you can wander along the same streets that Roman citizens once trod, stepping into villas decorated with colorful frescoes, ancient bathhouses, and even fast food eateries known as thermopolia. Each artifact and ruin tells a story of daily life, frozen in time. Pompeii's archaeological marvels also include the plaster casts of victims who perished in the disaster, which create a poignant reminder of nature's force and human fragility. To fully appreciate Pompeii, consider hiring a knowledgeable guide or using an audio tour. These resources help bring the ancient stones to life, unraveling the mysteries of Roman society. After your exploration, you might look out toward Mount Vesuvius, a silent and imposing presence, and realize that the ties between history and place are truly profound. Valley of the Temples. Situated in Agrigento on the island of Sicily, the Valley of the Temples is an archaeological site that showcases some of the best preserved ancient Greek temples in the world. This UNESCO World Heritage Site boasts imposing structures like the Temple of Concordia, the Temple of Juno, and the Temple of Hercules, which date back to the 5th century BC. Despite centuries of exposure and occasional seismic activity, these Doric temples stand as impressive testaments to the area's Greek heritage. The Valley of the Temples invites visitors to wander olive groves and almond trees that frame the towering columns and archways. During springtime, the surroundings burst into bloom, providing a striking contrast against the golden stone of the temples. For a different perspective, consider a late afternoon visit. As the sun sets, the temples are illuminated, granting the place a mythical, almost otherworldly atmosphere. It's a journey through time that combines the splendor of ancient architecture with Sicily's natural beauty. Alberobello, famous for its unusual whitewashed stone huts called trulli, Alberobello in the Puglia region feels like a whimsical storybook town. These distinctive cone-roofed houses, some of which date back centuries, are built without mortar and feature architectural quirks designed to quickly dismantle the roofs, historically to avoid property taxes. Today, they're protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and serve as homes, souvenir shops, restaurants, and even small guest houses. Strolling through the winding alleys of the Rione Monti district, where many of these truly cluster, allows you to appreciate their unique design up close. Some roofs are painted with symbols representing everything from pagan rituals to religious beliefs. Alberobello's charm lies not only in its fairy tale-like setting, but also in its friendly residents, who are eager to share stories, local crafts, and tasty specialties like orecchietta pasta and taralli. A visit here captures the essence of southern Italy's rich heritage in a single glance. Cagliari. Cagliari, the vibrant capital of the island of Sardinia, seamlessly blends a laid-back coastal vibe with layers of history dating back thousands of years. Perched on the southern coast, the city's skyline is dominated by the medieval Castello district, where narrow lanes lead to grand fortifications, panoramic terraces, and centuries-old churches like the Cagliari Cathedral. Nearby, the National Archaeological Museum of Cagliari provides insight into the island's rich, Nuragic civilization, revealing a timeline that spans from the Bronze Age to the Roman era. For those seeking a sunny escape, Poeto Beach stretches for miles along sparkling turquoise waters, offering everything from beach bars to water sports. Meanwhile, the bustling marina district beckons with fresh seafood restaurants, local trattorias, and a buzzing nightlife scene. You might end the day sipping a glass of Canino wine, a Sardinian specialty, while the soft glow of street lamps reflects on centuries-old walls. Cagliari is a testament to Sardinia's multifaceted identity: ancient, modern, rustic, and refined, all at once. Taormina. Perched on a cliff overlooking the Ionian Sea on Sicily's eastern coast, Taormina has long been celebrated for its dramatic scenery, cultural heritage, and mild climate. One of its most iconic sites is the ancient Greek theater, dating back to the 3rd century BC. With Mount Etna as a jaw-dropping backdrop, attending a performance here becomes an almost surreal experience that fuses the past with the present. Taormina's narrow streets reveal boutique shops, artisanal gelaterias, and alfresco cafes offering panoramic ocean views. For a dose of natural beauty, take the cable car down to Isola Bella, a small island and nature reserve with pebbly beaches and clear, inviting waters. Back in town, you'll encounter medieval churches, vibrant piazzas, and terraces lined with lush, flowering plants. Whether you're seeking history, leisure, or a blend of both, Taormina wraps it all in a Sicilian atmosphere that feels undeniably enchanting, making it a must-visit on any Sicilian itinerary. Ostuni, often referred to as the White City, La Città Bianca, Ostuni is a hilltop town in the Puglia region marked by its gleaming white buildings that seem to cascade down the hillside. Winding lanes, hidden courtyards, and quaint archways form a maze that's both fun to explore and visually striking. Historically, the town's whitewashed walls helped keep it cool during the hot Mediterranean summers and also served as a protective measure against the plague, thanks to the use of lime-based paint. The Cathedral of Ostuni is a standout, showcasing a Gothic Romanesque facade and rose window. From the old city walls, you can marvel at panoramic views stretching across olive groves toward the Adriatic Sea. At dusk, the city glows with a subtle radiance, setting the stage for an evening of local cuisine. Think orecchiette pasta, fresh seafood, and robust Apulian wines. Ostuni exemplifies southern Italy's laid-back charm, wrapping each visitor in its timeless appeal. Bergamo in the Lombardy region is often overlooked by visitors rushing to nearby Milan, but it's truly a hidden gem. The city is uniquely split into two distinct areas: Città Alta, upper town, perched on a hill and encircled by 16th century Venetian walls, and Città Bassa, lower town, a more modern expansion with bustling streets and contemporary amenities. Taking the funicular between the two levels offers a scenic ride, highlighting Bergamo's blend of historic and modern life. Within the upper town, you'll find cobblestone streets lined with medieval and Renaissance architecture, charming cafes, and landmarks like the Piazza Vecchia, an elegant square anchored by the Contarini fountain. Nearby, the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore and the Colleoni Chapel showcase exquisite frescoes and ornate decor. Bergamo is also a culinary hotspot, boasting specialties like polenta e osse and casoncelli pasta. With its scenic surroundings and lesser-known allure, Bergamo feels like a treasured discovery waiting to be shared. Assisi. Set in the rolling hills of Umbria, Assisi is renowned as the birthplace of Saint Francis, one of Italy's most revered saints and the founder of the Franciscan order. The town's spiritual heart is the Basilica of Saint Francis, a UNESCO World Heritage Site adorned with frescoes by early Renaissance masters like Giotto and Cimabue. These frescoes vividly depict the life and miracles of Saint Francis, offering not just artistic insight but also a profound sense of devotional reverence. However, Assisi's spiritual allure isn't its only draw. The town's medieval center is a charming tapestry of stone buildings, narrow lanes, and sun-drenched piazzas. Wander through the winding streets to discover quaint shops selling local delicacies, like Umbrian truffles, and artisans crafting traditional ceramics. From the Rocca Maggiore fortress, perched high above the town, you'll enjoy panoramic views of the surrounding countryside. Whether you come for religious pilgrimage or historical fascination, Assisi immerses you in a timeless atmosphere that captures the essence of central Italy's soul. Capri Island. Capri has been wooing visitors since the days of ancient Rome, when emperors built luxury villas overlooking the sparkling Tyrrhenian Sea. Today, this glamorous island off the coast of Naples continues to attract everyone from day trippers to celebrities, drawn by its rugged coastline, upscale boutiques, and fabled sea caves like the Blue Grotto. Entering the Blue Grotto by small rowboat is an ethereal experience. Sunlight refracts off the water, illuminating the cave with a mesmerizing blue glow. Capri's main town is perched high on the island, where designer shops and chic cafes line streets that often open up to breathtaking sea views. Venture beyond the bustling piazzetta, and you'll discover a more peaceful side to Capri, walking trails that meander through lush gardens, lemon groves, and dramatic cliffsides. Whether you're lounging in a cafe, sipping on a fresh granita di limone, or cruising the island's perimeter by boat, Capri encapsulates la dolce vita in its purest, most stylish form. Lake Garda. The largest lake in Italy, Lake Garda, stretches across three regions: Veneto, Lombardy, and Trentino-Alto Adige, each contributing its own flavors, landscapes, and cultural nuances. The lake's waters range from deep blue to turquoise, and its shoreline is framed by rolling hills, mountains, and medieval towns. Sirmione, located on a narrow peninsula at the southern end of the lake, is famous for its thermal springs and the fascinating Scaligero Castle. Farther north, towns like Riva del Garda serve as gateways to outdoor adventures like windsurfing, mountain biking, and hiking. Lake Garda's mild climate supports a Mediterranean microcosm of olive trees, lemon groves, and vineyards that produce excellent local wines. This gastronomic abundance pairs nicely with waterfront promenades and charming piazzas, where visitors can enjoy leisurely meals. Whether you're exploring ancient ruins, indulging in water sports, or simply sipping a cappuccino with a view, Lake Garda offers an idyllic blend of relaxation, adventure, and scenic wonder. Amalfi Coast. Stretching along the southern edge of Italy's Sorrentine Peninsula, the Amalfi Coast is a place where craggy cliffs plunge into sapphire-blue waters, and pastel-hued villages cling precariously to terraced hillsides. This UNESCO-listed shoreline enchants travelers with its dramatic scenery, winding roads, and romantic vistas at every turn. Perhaps the most iconic town is Positano, with its cascading rows of brightly colored houses and pebbly beachfront. Equally captivating are Amalfi itself, with its 9th century cathedral and Ravello, perched high above the sea, offering legendary viewpoints and lush gardens. Life here revolves around the sea and the land, yielding a cuisine rich in fresh seafood, lemons, and aromatic herbs. Sit down at a seaside trattoria to enjoy spaghetti alle vongole, spaghetti with clams, paired with a crisp local wine. In between meals, take boat trips to hidden coves or spend hours lounging under the Mediterranean sun. With its mix of natural grandeur and effortless sophistication, the Amalfi Coast epitomizes Italian coastal living at its finest. Lake Como. Nestled in the shadow of the Swiss Alps, Lake Como is one of Italy's most glamorous and scenic destinations. With its distinctive upside-down Y shape, the lake's shoreline is punctuated by historic villas, manicured gardens, and quaint villages. Bellagio, often called the Pearl of Lake Como, sits at the lake's midpoint and charms visitors with narrow cobbled streets, artisanal shops, and lakeside cafes. Via Carlotta and Via Belbianello are renowned for their splendid gardens, offering a glimpse into the lavish lifestyles of centuries past. Despite its upscale reputation, often tied to celebrity residence, Lake Como is accessible to all who seek a taste of the good life. Ferries connect the major towns, providing some of the most scenic public transit experiences imaginable. Whether you're admiring the vista from a hotel balcony or leisurely cruising the water by ferry or private boat, Lake Como's serene beauty and refined atmosphere create an indelible memory of northern Italy's charm. Verona. Immortalized by Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, Verona resonates with romance, history, and cultural flair. Located in the Veneto region, this UNESCO World Heritage City boasts ancient Roman ruins, medieval churches, and Renaissance palaces. The Arena di Verona, a Roman amphitheater dating back to the 1st century AD, hosts world-famous opera performances under the stars during the summer season. An unforgettable fusion of architecture, music, and atmosphere. A stop at Juliet's house to glimpse the fabled balcony is almost a rite of passage, though it's more a tribute to literary lore than a strictly historical site. Walk across the Ponte Pietra for sweeping river views, or wander through Piazza del Erbe, once the city's Roman forum, now a lively square filled with market stalls and cafes. Culinary treats abound, too. Try local Valpolicella or Amarone wines paired with risotto all'amarone, or a classic pasta dish. With its mix of romance, culture, and Epicurean delights, Verona is pure magic on the Adige River. Parma. Nestled in the Emilia-Romagna region, Parma is a gastronomic haven known for two globally celebrated products, Parmigiano Reggiano cheese and prosciutto di Parma. Food culture here is not just about taste, but a deeply rooted tradition passed down through generations. Visiting the local dairies and prosciutto factories offers a behind-the-scenes look at how these iconic foods are crafted with utmost care and patience. Culinary excellence aside, Parma has a rich cultural heritage highlighted by its stunning cathedral and the Teatro Regio, an opera house that showcases the region's love affair with music, particularly the works of Giuseppe Verdi. Stroll through the city center to admire the pastel-hued buildings, elegant piazzas, and tranquil parks. Parma exudes a refined yet welcoming atmosphere, where old-world charm meets a modern appreciation for art and cuisine. Whether you're savoring a slice of aged Parmigiano or immersing yourself in the city's musical legacy, Parma leaves a lasting impression on every traveler's palate and soul. Lucca in the Tuscany region is famed for its well-preserved Renaissance walls that encircle the historic center. These massive fortifications are so wide that they now function as a leafy promenade, inviting locals and visitors alike to jog, bike, or simply stroll under the shade of mature trees while enjoying panoramic views of the city below. Inside these walls lies a tapestry of medieval and Renaissance architecture, including more than a few notable churches. Hence Lucca's nickname, the City of 100 Churches. The city's labyrinthine streets lead to charming squares, like Piazza dell'Anfiteatro, built on the oval plan of an ancient Roman amphitheater. Here, cafes and trattorias invite you to indulge in local Tuscan flavors. Be sure to try the farro soup or a slice of buccellato, a sweet anise-flavored bread. Lucca is also the birthplace of the composer Giacomo Puccini, a heritage celebrated in various musical festivals and performances. With its unique blend of history, culture, and leisurely Tuscan lifestyle, Lucca is a gem worth savoring. Pisa. Most travelers come to Pisa for a glimpse of its iconic Leaning Tower, but this historic city on the banks of the Arno River has far more to offer. The Piazza dei Miracoli, home to the tower, Pisa Cathedral, the Baptistry, and the Camposanto Cemetery, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that dazzles with Romanesque and Gothic architecture. The Leaning Tower, with its accidental tilt caused by unstable ground, continues to amaze visitors, who often pose for creative photos holding up the structure. However, venturing beyond the tourist zone reveals a lively university town, where narrow streets buzz with cafes, bookstores, and young locals going about their daily lives. Stroll along the riverfront to take in charming palazzi and admire the mix of architectural styles, from medieval to modern. Stop at a local trattoria to taste regional dishes like papa al pomodoro or cecina, a chickpea flatbread. Although small in size, Pisa offers a compelling mix of history, local culture, and gastronomic delights. Siena. Siena is a Tuscan city famous for its medieval brick lanes, Gothic architecture, and the historic horse race known as the Palio. At the heart of Siena lies Piazza del Campo, a shell-shaped public square often regarded as one of Europe's most beautiful. Twice a year, the square transforms into the venue for the Palio, where the city's contrade, or districts, compete in a fierce but colorful event that has endured for centuries. Around the corner, the Duomo di Siena stands as a masterpiece of Italian Gothic design, featuring intricate marble floors and ornate sculptures by renowned artists such as Donatello and Bernini. Wandering the city's narrow streets reveals hidden courtyards, family-owned shops, and inviting trattorias where you can taste ribollita, pappardelle, and local wines from the surrounding Tuscan hills. Surrounded by rolling countryside, Siena offers a timeless atmosphere that resonates with its storied traditions, artistic heritage, and deep-rooted community spirit. Perugia. Nestled in Umbria's hilly landscape, Perugia combines ancient history with a spirited academic scene. The city is home to the Università per Stranieri, which draws students from around the globe, imbuing the historic center with an international energy. Piazza for Novembre anchors Perugia's downtown, showcasing the Fontana Maggiore and Palazzo dei Priori, symbols of medieval craftsmanship and civic pride. Beneath the city's surface lies Rocca Paolina, a 16th century fortress whose underground passages now form part of Perugia's everyday walkways. Art enthusiasts can explore the Galleria Nazionale dell'Umbria to admire works by local masters such as Perugino. For those with a sweet tooth, Perugia is synonymous with chocolate, particularly during the Euro Chocolate Festival, when the streets fill with stands offering irresistible confections. Whether you're sipping on a cappuccino at an outdoor cafe or delving into the city's layered past, Perugia delivers a charming balance of tradition, innovation, and cultural vibrancy. Bologna. Bologna is celebrated both for its enduring academic legacy and its status as a culinary haven. Home to the University of Bologna, founded in 1088, it is among the oldest universities in the world, maintaining a vibrant student population that fuels the city's cultural and intellectual life. The iconic two towers, Torre degli Asinelli and Torre Garisenda, loom over a network of streets and porticos that stretch for miles, providing covered walkways and a distinct architecture character. Bologna's nickname La Grassa, the Fat One, reflects its gastronomic prowess. This is the birthplace of beloved dishes such as tagliatelle al ragù, often called Bolognese sauce, tortellini in brodo, and mortadella. In Piazza Maggiore, the Basilica di San Petronio and the Fountain of Neptune both serve as enduring symbols of civic pride. Visitors can immerse themselves in local life by joining the aperitivo scene, where friends gather for snacks, conversation, and a glass of local lambrusco. Turin. Situated along the Po River in the Piedmont region, Turin harmonizes regal heritage with modern innovation. Once the capital of the Kingdom of Italy, the city still exhibits aristocratic flair through its grand boulevards, arcaded streets, and striking Baroque palaces. At Piazza Castello, the Palazzo Reale and Palazzo Madama open windows into a regal past, displaying art collections and period furnishings. Food connoisseurs come here to taste Turin's chocolate specialties, particularly gianduja, a blend of chocolate and hazelnut, and savor a traditional bicerin, a hot drink of coffee, chocolate, and cream. Cultural offerings abound, with the Mole Antonelliana serving as both an architectural icon and the National Museum of Cinema. Meanwhile, the Egyptian Museum houses one of the most significant collections of Egyptian artifacts outside of Cairo. Beyond the city center, the surrounding region produces fine wines and truffles, contributing to Turin's reputation as an elegant destination that expertly balances old-world allure with modern creativity. Naples. Naples reveals a vibrant tapestry of life, culture, and history on the shores of the Tyrrhenian Sea. Known for its energetic pace and warm demeanor, this southern city is the birthplace of pizza, making local pizzerias a rite of passage for any visitor. Crowded streets in the historic center, one of the largest in Europe, offer an up-close experience of daily life with colorful markets, street vendors, and spontaneous music. History resonates in places like the Naples National Archaeological Museum, home to an extensive collection of artifacts from Pompeii and Herculaneum, and in the subterranean tunnels of Napoli Sotterranea, which trace the city's ancient Greek foundations. Overlooking it all is Mount Vesuvius, a reminder of the area's dramatic geological past. Amid its bustling energy, Naples also harbors quiet corners, cloisters adorned with Majolica tiles, hidden chapels with Caravaggio paintings, and neighborhood cafes brewing strong espresso. All these elements converge in Naples, creating an infectious vitality unlike anywhere else in Italy. Milan, often seen as Italy's powerhouse of finance and fashion, Milan also shelters a wealth of history and art beneath its cosmopolitan sheen. The Duomo di Milano, a pinnacle of Gothic architecture, presides over the city center, while the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II offers a glamorous transition to the famed Teatro alla Scala, one of the world's most prestigious opera houses. Designer boutiques line the Quadrilatero della Moda, but the city's creative soul extends beyond luxury labels. Visitors can discover contemporary galleries and design studios in neighborhoods like Brera and Tortona. Art lovers flock to Santa Maria del Grazie to see Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper, a UNESCO World Heritage masterpiece. For relaxation, the Navigli district invites leisurely walks by its canals, where locals gather for aperitivo in waterside cafes. Balancing the historic with the cutting edge, Milan remains a hub of innovation that embraces both its artistic heritage and its modern aspirations. Florence. Florence has been admired for centuries as the cradle of the Renaissance, where art, architecture, and humanist ideals achieved unparalleled heights. The skyline is crowned by the iconic Duomo, its terracotta dome engineered by Filippo Brunelleschi. Nearby, the Galleria degli Uffizi hosts an astonishing collection of Renaissance masterworks by Botticelli, Michelangelo, and Raphael. In the Galleria dell'Accademia, Michelangelo's David stands in perfect marble symmetry. The city's heart is dotted with elegant piazzas and bridged by the historic Ponte Vecchio, which is lined with goldsmith shops. Local cuisine invites exploration. Try traditional ribollita soup or bistecca alla Fiorentina, paired with Chianti wines from the nearby Tuscan vineyards. Catching the sunset from Piazzale Michelangelo provides a panoramic sweep of Florence's rooftops, bell towers, and the winding Arno River. Here, centuries of art and history blend seamlessly with modern life, offering an experience that continues to inspire writers, scholars, and travelers alike. Venice. Set on a series of small islands in a vast lagoon, Venice captivates with canals, gondolas, and Byzantine-influenced architecture. The Grand Canal snakes through the city, spanned by ornate bridges like the Rialto, creating an iconic waterway that has been photographed for centuries. In the heart of Venice, Piazza San Marco hosts the opulent St. Mark's Basilica, renowned for its gilded mosaics, and the Doge's Palace, a Gothic wonder that once housed the Venetian government. The city's labyrinth of narrow alleys and hidden courtyards reveals local artisans' shops, scenic canals, and unexpectedly serene squares. Glassmaking traditions continue on the island of Murano, while Burano delights with its rainbow-hued fishermen's homes and intricate lacework. Gondolas remain a romantic emblem of Venetian life, their gentle glide reflecting the city's timeless allure. Though bustling with visitors, Venice manages to preserve a sense of enchantment, invoking a bygone era of maritime trade, masked balls, and artistic splendor. Rome seamlessly weaves together thousands of years of history, from ancient ruins to Baroque grandeur and modern-day verve. A walk through the city might begin at the Colosseum, where gladiators once entertained vast crowds, then continue to the Roman Forum, the administrative and cultural heart of the ancient empire. Not far away, the Pantheon's domed interior still amazes with a centuries-old engineering feat that bathes the space in soft light from its oculus. Artistic marvels abound, particularly in the Vatican museums, where Michelangelo's frescoes grace the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Renaissance fountains and piazzas provide meeting places for residents and visitors alike, most famously the Trevi Fountain, where coin tosses come with a wish to return. Culinary pleasures unfold in trattorias, serving carbonara, cacio e pepe, and amatriciana, dishes rooted in Roman tradition. Wandering cobblestone streets, you'll sense an ongoing dialogue between ancient stones and contemporary life that defines the eternal city. Lake Braies. Lake Braies, situated in the famed Saint Braies Nature Park in the Dolomites, offers an enchanting alpine escape. The lake's turquoise waters reflect towering limestone peaks and evergreen forests, creating a scene of almost unreal beauty. wooden boathouse by the shore allows visitors to rent rowboats, gliding across the peaceful surface for uninterrupted views of rugged mountains. The chapel of Lake Braies, a modest stone structure, adds a quaint historical note to the landscape. Surrounding trails, well-marked and varying in difficulty, invite hikers to explore blooming meadows in summer or snow-draped forests in winter. In nearby mountain huts, travelers can enjoy hearty Tyrolean meals. Dumplings, stews, and freshly baked strudel are local favorites. Whether you visit during the vibrant greens of the warm season or when the area turns white under winter's spell, Lake Braies remains a place of serene reverence, an oasis where nature's grandeur gently envelops each visitor. Aeolian Islands. Off the northern coast of Sicily, the Aeolian Islands form a volcanic archipelago, distinguished by their raw natural beauty and laid-back Mediterranean charm. Each of the 7 islands holds a distinct allure. Stromboli's perpetually active volcano lures hikers eager to observe nightly eruptions, while Panarea exudes a chic boutique feel. Lipari, the largest, features an archaeological museum that displays millennia of local history as well as beaches with unique pumice formations. Salina, covered in verdant vineyards, produces the famous Malvasia wine, while its capers are sought after by chefs. Volcano is known for its sulfuric mud baths touted for their therapeutic properties. Alicudi and Filecudi remain less developed, offering a tranquil pace of life where fishing and agriculture reign supreme. The region's clear waters beckon swimmers and divers, revealing underwater wonders shaped by volcanic activity. With its blend of fire, sea, and tradition, the Aeolian archipelago feels timelessly enchanting. Catania. Catania sits on the eastern coast of Sicily, living in the shadow of Mount Etna. Lava stone features prominently in its Baroque architecture, giving the city a distinctive dark elegance. The central Piazza del Duomo showcases the Fontana dell'Elefante, a basalt sculpture affectionately known as Uliotru, symbolic of the city's resilience. Locals and visitors mingle at La Pesceria, the historic fish market that bursts to life each morning with vendors touting the freshest seafood. Food here is a lively affair, with local specialities like pasta alla norma tossed in tomato sauce, ricotta salata, and eggplant, topping many menus. Venture along Via Etna for lively shopping, and you'll catch glimpses of Mount Etna towering in the distance. Venture seekers can ascend the volcano for hiking or skiing, depending on the season. Drawing together ancient history, Baroque flair, and volcanic energy, Catania reveals a spirit as dynamic and resilient as the island itself. Scylla perches along the Calabrian coastline, facing the Strait of Messina, where myth and legend linger. According to Homeric tales, the monster Scylla haunted these waters, and echoes of that folklore still color the local imagination. The town's fishing district, known as Cianalia, features houses almost built into the sea, their foundations lapped by gentle waves. Boats moor at stone steps, and narrow lanes invite travelers to explore small cafes and homes that have stood for generations. Rising above Cianele, Ruffo Castle provides sweeping views of the aquamarine sea, sometimes revealing the silhouette of Sicily across the strait. Swordfish, prepared in countless ways, remains a local culinary star, while fresh produce and regional olive oils add Calabrian depth to every dish. The crystalline waters also lure swimmers and divers, exploring rocky seabeds teeming with marine life. Scylla stays proud of its heritage, seamlessly blending its mythic past with a modern sense of coastal serenity. Vicenza. Vicenza has earned renown as the city of Palladio, honoring the Renaissance architect Andrea Palladio, whose designs shaped local landmarks and influenced buildings worldwide. In the historic center, you'll find the Basilica Palladiana in Piazza dei Signori, an architectural marvel with elegant arches and a distinctive loggia. The Teatro Olimpico, another of Palladio's masterpieces, stands as one of the oldest enclosed theaters in Europe, captivating visitors with trompe-l'oeil scenery that simulates ancient streets. Beyond the city walls, the Villa La Rotonda displays Palladio's ideal of symmetry and proportion, surrounded by serene countryside. Vicenza also offers gastronomic delights. Local specialties include baccalà alla licentina, salt cod, and risotto seasoned with local herbs. Artisan boutiques, welcoming cafes, and a gentle pace of life enhance the city's charm. Art lovers and history buffs often stop here on their journey between Venice and Verona, drawn by the harmony between classical architectural principles and everyday Italian living. Piacenza. Set along the Po River, Piacenza sits quietly in the Emilia-Romagna region, offering travelers an authentic taste of Italian life away from the more frequented tourist spots. Established by the Romans in 218 BCE, the city still bears a grid-like layout and retains portions of its ancient walls. At Piazza Cavalli, bronze equestrian statues of the Farnese family dominate the scene, standing in front of the Palazzo Gotico, a The Duomo di Piacenza, with its 12th century origins, showcases impressive frescoes in the dome, while local museums detail the area's layered history. Food takes center stage here. Cured meats, such as coppa, salame, and pancetta, pair perfectly with wine from the surrounding hills. Explore the riverbanks by foot or bicycle, or seek out the tranquil countryside dotted with castles. Piacenza reveals a quieter corner of Italy, where culinary heritage, historical depth, and small city warmth create a welcoming, down-to-earth atmosphere. Lake Orta. Lake Orta, quietly nestled in the Piedmont region, remains one of northern Italy's lesser-known treasures, offering a serene counterpart to the more famous Lakes Maggiore and Como. The medieval town of Orta San Giulio faces the lake, its narrow cobblestone alleys leading to charming squares and waterside promenades. A short boat ride away, the island of San Giulio emerges from the lake's calm surface, hosting a basilica, a convent, and the so-called Way of Silence, where signs encourage reflection and tranquility. The surrounding hills, densely forested and interspersed with small hamlets, provide hiking paths with rewarding vistas of Lake Orta's emerald waters. Local cuisine highlights freshwater fish, regional cheeses, and robust wines from neighboring vineyards. Even during peak travel seasons, the area remains delightfully uncrowded, allowing visitors to savor scenic beauty in a peaceful environment. Lake Orta's unassuming charm beckons those in search of a more contemplative lakeside experience. Padua. Padua interlaces a university tradition dating back to 1220 with an impressive array of religious and artistic landmarks. Its academic reputation is anchored by the University of Padua, which once counted Galileo among its faculty. The city's vibrant heart comprises a trio of squares: Piazza delle Erbe, Piazza della Frutta, and Piazza dei Signori, where bustling market stalls and open-air cafes create a lively atmosphere. Nearby, the Scrovegni Chapel displays Giotto's remarkable fresco cycle, a cornerstone of pre-Renaissance art. Pilgrims and admirers of sacred art head to the Basilica of St. Anthony, affectionately called Il Santo, notable for its multi-domed silhouette. Outside the Prato della Valle, one of Europe's largest squares hosts weekend markets and is encircled by statues commemorating the city's historical figures. Padua's cultural scene extends to its cafes, where patrons sip spritz or coffee while engaging in spirited conversation. The city merges centuries of scholarly inquiry and religious devotion with a contemporary spirit that welcomes all. Bologna here. Stretching across the gently rolling hills of Piedmont, the Langa region embodies a fusion of culinary prestige and pastoral beauty. Vineyards blanket the landscape, producing celebrated wines like Barolo and Barbaresco, both made from the Nebbiolo grape. Small family-run wineries invite wine enthusiasts to tastings where robust reds and crisp whites mirror the region's variety. Alba, the unofficial capital, hosts an internationally renowned truffle fair each autumn, highlighting the prized white truffle that grows in local forests. Hilltop towns, including Barolo, La Mora, and Neve, offer panoramic terraces overlooking a patchwork of vineyards and orchards. In these centuries-old communities, guests can sample dishes like tangerine pasta or brozzato al Barolo, often enjoyed beside a fireplace in a cozy trattoria. Historic castles add architectural intrigue, while winding roads beckon leisurely drives through countryside bathed in seasonal colors. The Langhi's charm arises from its balance of tradition, innovation, and a collective passion for life's finer flavors. Volterra rises gracefully from the Tuscan countryside, revealing a tapestry of Etruscan, Roman, and medieval chapters in its long history. Etruscan walls and a well-preserved gate date back more than 2 millennia, while the Roman theater, built in the 1st century BCE, still hosts performances amid original stone tiers. Strolling the narrow streets brings visitors to Piazza dei Priori, the city's civic center dominated by the austere Palazzo dei Priori, said to have inspired Florence's Palazzo Vecchio. Alabaster workshops line the lanes, showcasing a local craft rooted in ancient traditions. In family-owned restaurants, patrons can feast on hearty Tuscan fare from wild boar stew to ribollita soup, often paired with robust local wines. Beyond its historical allure, Volterra's hilltop position offers panoramic views of rolling fields, olive groves, and cypress-lined roads. Here the echoes of past civilizations meet the rhythms of rural life, creating an atmosphere that feels both enduring and enchantingly remote. Upper Avenir. Portavenere guards the western edge of the Gulf of La Spezia in Liguria, captivating visitors with pastel facades, seaside cliffs, and timeless allure. The ancient name pays homage to Venus, and it is fitting. The coastline, with dramatic rock formations and deep turquoise waters, feels blessed by mythic beauty. Narrow streets lead from the vibrant harbor to the Gothic church of San Pietro, perched atop a cliff where crashing waves meet rugged stone. Nearby, Doria Castle offers sweeping vistas of the bay and the neighboring islands of Palmaria, Tino, and Tineto. Along the way, cozy trattorias serve up Ligurian specialties: fresh seafood, trofi al pesto, and focaccia drizzled with local olive oil. As twilight settles, the colorful houses glow against a dusky sky, and the water reflects the shifting hues of sunset. Sharing UNESCO World Heritage status with the Cinque Terre, Portovenere is a serene seaside retreat that merges natural grandeur with centuries of maritime history. Polignano a Mare. Located along the Adriatic coast in Puglia, Polignano a Mare enchants visitors with its dramatic limestone cliffs, crystal-clear waters, and whitewashed historical center. The town's old quarter features narrow streets, small piazzas, and hidden balconies that overlook the sea below. Poets from various eras have penned verses inspired by the panoramic terraces, which offer sweeping views of the vivid turquoise waves crashing against the rocky shore. The famous Lama Monachile beach, nestled between high cliffs, provides a picturesque spot for sunbathing and swimming. Local cuisine centers on fresh seafood, extra virgin olive oil, and the region's robust wines. In the evening, quaint trattorias illuminate the winding alleys, creating an ambient backdrop to savor the area's culinary traditions. Whether watching cliff diving competitions in summer or simply strolling to the ancient defensive walls, Polignano a Mare delivers a blend of coastal charm and rich history that beckons travelers to stay a while longer. Arezzo. Set amid the rolling hills of eastern Tuscany, Arezzo boasts a heritage shaped by Etruscan, Roman, and medieval influences. Wandering the historic center leads to the Piazza Grande, a sloping square framed by Renaissance loggias and Gothic towers. Twice a year, the square becomes the stage for the Giostra del Saracino, a traditional jousting tournament reflecting centuries of communal pride. Visitors can explore the Basilica of San Francesco to admire Piero della Francesca's remarkable fresco cycle, The Legend of the True Cross. Along Corso Italia, boutique shops, cafes, and architectural treasures unfold, highlighting the city's vibrant blend of past and present. Arezzo also hosts an antiques fair on the first weekend of each month, drawing collectors and onlookers from far and wide. Beyond the city, olive groves and vineyards exemplify Tuscan beauty, while local cuisine delights with handcrafted pasta and hearty stews. Arezzo's unhurried ambiance and wealth of artistic gems make it a Tuscan destination worth savoring. Civita di Bagnoregio. Rising from a tough plateau in central Italy, Civita di Bagnoregio is famously dubbed the Dying Town due to its precarious location on crumbling volcanic rock. Connected to the mainland by a narrow pedestrian bridge, this tiny medieval settlement captivates visitors with its surreal isolation and timeless charm. Once inside the city gates, cobblestone alleys reveal aged stone houses, faded church facades, and potted flowers bursting with color against the weathered walls. The dramatic ravine surrounding Civita frames panoramic views of the surrounding valleys, heightening the town's sense of near mythical solitude. Seasonal festivals add a touch of modern liveliness, but much of Civita's appeal lies in its quiet corners and centuries-old architecture. Local trattorias offer simple dishes rooted in Lazio's traditions, showcasing local olive oil, pasta, and cured meats. Civita di Bagnoregio stands as both a lesson in geological fragility and a tribute to the enduring resilience of a community bound by history. Tropea. Perched on a cliff above the Tyrrhenian Sea, Tropea is celebrated for its white sand beaches, translucent waters, and historic center packed with rustic charm. Its labyrinth of narrow streets leads to breathtaking overlooks, where visitors gaze down at sea coves framed by jagged rocks. Seafood, naturally abundant, appears in everything from fresh grilled fish to pasta al sugo di pesciere. At sunset, Tropea's cliffside homes glow with a soft pastel light that captures the essence of southern Italy's romantic allure. Italy is not only the cradle of Roman civilization, but also the land of natural, architectural, and culinary masterpieces. Each location on the journey to explore Italy has its own story and beauty, from magnificent cities to ancient villages or majestic natural landscapes. Whether you love history, art, cuisine, or simply want to immerse yourself in the beauty of the blue coasts and majestic mountains, Italy always has something for you. Come to this country once to witness and feel what is considered the quintessence of Europe.